Good morning everyone, my name is Gary Dimitri Hamidi with student ID number 052 1184 00000014. Today I'm going to explain the tools and techniques that is required to make inputs to the outputs in plan cost management, which is a part of PMBOK 5, which is Project Management Body of Knowledge 6, as developed by Project Management Institute. So on plan cost management, there are 4 inputs, 3 tools, and 1 outputs. The part that I'm gonna explain is tools and techniques, which converts the inputs to the outputs. The inputs are project charter, project management plan, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational processes, which are obtained from the previous processes. And using these techniques, we can convert these inputs to an output, which is cost management plan. There are 3 tools and techniques which I will explain. They are first expert judgment, data analysis, and meetings. So first, expert judgment. Expert judgment is defined as judgment provided based upon expertise in an application area, knowledge area, discipline, industry, etc., as appropriate for the activity being performed. Such expertise may be provided by any group or person with specialized education, knowledge, skill, experience, or training. Expert judgment is used for situations which require recourse to expert judgment by completing, validating, interpreting, and integrating existing data, assessing the impact of a change, predicting the occurrence of future events and the consequences of a decision, determining the present state of knowledge in one field, providing the elements needed for decision making in the presence of several actions. So what expert judgment does? So what expert judgment is here? It is basically the opinion or judgment on a certain expertise or certain skills or such an industry, which can be provided from a group or person for special education, knowledge, or skill or special training. So basically, we are asking an outsider for their expert judgment regarding how to plan cost management. So to obtain expert judgment from the experts, there are 4 most commonly used techniques. The first is Delphi technique. It is the method where the individual experts are returned for review, and the second round of forecasts is received from the experts. Just round the degree in consensus improves. The use of the Delphi technique helps to reduce biased decision. So what this does is the group's estimates are returned to the individual experts for review. So first we have to make an estimate, and then we are going to give it to the experts for a review, and then the forecast will be and then we will receive forecasts from the experts, and which is around the degree of consensus improves. Then the second is interview. This tool is used when knowledgeable, experienced people are available at an affordable cost and specific information is needed. Interviews can be a one-to-one or a many-to-one basis, wherein conducted by asking several questions that will increase your knowledge of the project or a particular project activity. So this is quite understandable just by from its name. So we are going to ask some group of some experts for information, for a specific information, and it can be conducted by one-to-one or many-to-one basis. So we are asking the experts directly. And then brainstorming is the kind of judgment tool that is usually used when inputs from multiple experts are needed or when experienced people aren't available. So it's when we are getting a group to focus on a problem and then coming up with as many solutions as possible. So it's like the normal brainstorming, where we're going to make a discussion about discussion that will focus on a problem, and then this will result in as many solutions as possible, and because of this it will create lots of solutions. And then the last is historical data. It can be used when we have a similar past project that can be used if it's just similar. So it's best used when records are accurate and both projects are similar. So it is very nice to have historical record data and every expert judgment to ensure that you are in line with what it really should be. And then the second cost planning tools and techniques is data analysis. It is a technique used to organize, assess, and evaluate data information, and it can be used. And the techniques that can be used for this process is, for example, are not alternative analysis. It is used to select the corrective actions or a combination of corrective and preventive actions to implement when a deviation occurs. It can include reviewing strategic funding options such as self-funding, funding with equity, or funding with debt. It can also include consideration of ways to acquire particular resources such as making, purchasing, renting, or leasing. So basically, data analysis techniques are tactics that is used to organize assets and evaluate data information. So we are going to use data to make decisions, so we can plan our cost management better. For example, is relative analysis where we are taking our corrective action or combination of corrective and preventive actions. So we are going to mix corrective and preventive actions. And the third is meetings. Meetings are an essential tool in developing and planning process with key personnel. It holds more people accountable. The project teams may hold planning meetings to develop the cost management plans. The meetings may include the project manager, the project sponsor, certain project team members, stakeholders, and anyone with responsibility for project costs, and maybe others as needed. Meetings are very important because with this way you can group your teams together so you can discuss about how are you gonna plan your cost management to make the input, which is the four of this, which is to make the inputs, which is the four of this, to be converted to the outputs cost management plan. And how they're gonna convert it from the inputs to the outputs using tools and techniques will be explained in the next part by my friend Randy Ananta. But before, thank you for listening.